What's up, guys? Welcome back to Carnegie Studios. I'm Chris, and today we're going to be talking about 3 ways to continue to develop your ear when practicing and playing piano. Let's get right into it. The first thing is to play a chord progression by listening to the bass line of the song. Oftentimes when you listen to a song, you can single out the bass line, and from the bass line, you can build the diatonic chord within that scale. And from there, you do that several times, and then you can find the chord progression within that song. The simplest way to do this is to take the song, preferably listening to it with headphones or through your speaker to where the bass note is loud enough so that you can be able to hear it. Find that bass note on the keys, right? And then you can start developing that chord from what it sounds like and also from what makes sense for that key as well. Right? Just depending on whatever it is. Now you can cheat and look at the chord chart, right? But this is a great exercise to develop your ear. I still do this to this day. Whenever I hear a new song, especially when I'm practicing, I challenge myself to listen to it and to figure out the chord progression before I cheat, and I look at the chord chart or whatever my other means are to figure out the song. But the best way I've been able to do this is just doing a roulette. Take 5, 10 songs that I like, that I'm listening to, and I hit play and I'm like, let me figure out what this song is. And I take myself through the gauntlet. And over time, I've been able to develop that to where I'm able to recognize that bass line and figure out that chord progression. Now, this pairs well with the second way you can practice this, which is recognizing basic triads. That major chord, that minor chord, even that sus chord, right? You've got the diminished and then the augmented as well that you can practice too. But just even the basic major and minor triads help you go a long way when figuring something out, especially with genres like pop and worship. Like those two genres, they utilize basic triads. And if you're able to figure out, oh, that was a minor chord. Okay, the bass line, boom, A minor. Bass line, boom, F minor. Oh, that was a major, G major. Whatever it is, you can be able to recognize what you're playing or recognize what's being played in the song faster, and you can be able to play that chord progression in its entirety in due time. And then the final thing is being able to single out those melodies and play those melodies. Honestly, that's the main attraction of a song, playing those melodies. And so starting out with a simple song, in my other videos, I've said Mary Had a Little Lamb or whatever it is. Taking simple melodies and playing those are the way to be able to play that whole song or figure out that song in its entirety. It brings it together. That's how I was able to play songs like my last cover, the Frank Ocean song, or there was a cover I did a while ago. Alex Isley, Love Again, right? And so how I started those songs, 2 main takeaways. One, that bass line, the bass notes, so that I can develop the chords. And secondly, those melodies, the melodies that really are simple, easy to bring out, right? Obviously, you have the whole entirety of the song that you can play, but figuring out that melody will help you to be able to get a semblance of what the song feels like in its entirety. And so practicing those 3 things, figuring out the bass note, recognizing those major and minor triads, and also playing those simple melodies will help you go a long way when developing this thing called the ear. And don't panic, it happens over time. When I first started trying to develop my ear, I had come off a long wind of just playing chord charts, trying to figure things out, and just being stuck, essentially, in my playing. And my piano teacher at the time, still my mentor to this day, he said, okay, why don't we stop, put away those chord charts, and just listen to it. Listen to the song and start with one section. Take it, play it back as many times as you need to, play it back as many times as you need to, but you're gonna figure out how to play it. And then once you find that bass line, develop that chord, build that chord off of that bass note. From there, we can develop that ear to where you hear the whole song and you're able to play it. There's a lot of songs now that I can hear and play just off hearing the bass note and hearing those chords. And it all came from my training my ear to recognize the bass line, recognizing those triads, major, minor, and also being able to hear those melodies and play those melodies a little bit. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.